Well, here's an expression that I think we're all using a lot or we hear all the time. This is getting old. Well, we've been at it for this is day 44, and we probably have 23 more days to go. And yeah, it's getting old. How do you keep things new? How do you keep things alive and fresh and robust? Martin Luther King used to talk about the power of God transforming the fatigue of despair into the buoyancy of hope. Even now in our lockdown, we need to find the buoyancy of hope. We're sort of used to these jokes and rituals that don't get old, like every morning in the morning meeting, myself or Hector or Stevie, we'd go tattoo removal, and Marvin would say 9 to 5, and then the whole room explodes in saying all damn day. I don't know. It never gets old. It's endlessly invigorating to have everybody yell like that. I remember we had a trainee years ago named Percy Williams, and he would come in every day and he'd see his supervisor, Robert Wattis. And Robert would look at him every single day and he'd say, Percy? Percy Williams? And Percy would howl with laughter and he'd say, speak on it. And anyone in earshot would be drawn into this affectionate net, and it would hold us, and it was endlessly invigorating, and it never got old. It never got old. Nobody ever said, enough already with this speak on it and the Percy Williams. Nobody ever said that, because it was a container of tenderness. It was the way that we transport love. And the result is a buoyancy of hope. We can still do this now. I remember a homie came in to me and he said, I think I'm a rehabilitated gang member. I said, do tell. And he said, well, I was on the bus this morning sitting next to a really rich guy. I don't know how many rich guys take the bus in LA, but anyway, the guy had a really fancy cell phone. And so this homie was saying, and I was admiring it, bomb-ass expensive cell phone. I was thinking my old self would have grabbed that shit at the next stop and get off the bus. And just as I'm thinking that, the rich guy hands me his cell phone because he sees me admiring it. And I look at it and it's a bomb-ass cell phone. And I hand it back and I said, Mister, let me give you some advice. Don't hand your stuff to strangers. Because my old self would have taken that cell phone and gotten off at the next stop. But not anymore, because now I'm a rehabilitated gang member. And that's the sound of God transforming the fatigue of despair into the buoyancy of hope. Every single one of us has had a real life, concrete, palpable experience of that thing that never gets old, that never has an expiration date. Never. We've all had experiences of that during these 44 days. So my invitation to you is to find the way to be affectionate. It may be new. It may have less hugging involved. But you know the vitality and how robust that can be. You know how invigorating it is to reach out and to be tender to another human being. Find the ways to be affectionate, to be endearing to them, to be noticing of them, to be mindful, and just say, I'm thinking about you. And that is the transformation of the fatigue of despair into the buoyancy of hope. So, speak on it. Love you with all my heart.